Ladies and gentlemen, many of you have heard about Hurricane Hilary that's about to hit Southern California, and they're doing the best they can to prepare themselves for this. The last time they had a storm close to this was 1939. So, I mean, that's a long time. So, Hurricane Hilary prompts historic tropical storm warning for California as Southwest braces for dangerous rain, flooding, and they're anticipating widespread power outages. So I'm definitely going to keep my brothers and sisters out in California in prayer. I pray that the damage is minimal and the life, very few lives are lost. I mean, hurricanes can be very dangerous. And in some cases, they can be deadly. Now, I have seen category ones and people pretty much make it through. But when you start talking about, you know, three, four, five, oh, yeah, it can do a lot of damage. Hurricane Sandy dropped down to a category one before it made landfall. It still did a lot of damage in my state. So all you can do is either get yourself out of the area, and I realize everybody can't afford to leave. That's easier said than done if you don't have the money or you just can't spare the money because you got to pay your rent. A lot of times people, although they may not want to stay, they will stay. So, wow. So the residents in Southwest are bracing for catastrophic and life threatening flooding as Hurricane Hilary is expected to pummel the region as a rare tropical storm, with the harshness impacts expected on Sunday into Monday. So they're not that far off from this. The hurricane, which may pour, they're talking about a year's worth of rain just dumping down at once in Southwest. They're saying it can weaken from a category 3 to a category 2 as it advanced towards California. According to the National Hurricane Center, the storm is still a major hurricane moving with maximum sustained winds of 100 miles per hour, the center said. The storm has sped up and is moving faster than expected, now moving at 17 miles per hour, is currently located 640 miles southeast of San Diego. Hillary is expected to continue to weaken as it moves north northwestward through cooler waters towards Southern California. Flooding from the storm will start to arrive in the Southwest on Saturday, well in advance. They're saying they're going to get the flooding well in advance of Hillary making landfall. So the core of Hillary's stronger winds, those winds could arrive as soon as Sunday morning. Oh, wow. Along with prolific, life threatening rainfall, according to the Hurricane Center. And I'm looking at a picture of them filling up sandbags. Oh, boy. So they said Sandy has sped up and it's slightly shift to an eastward in its track. The results of Sunday morning through Sunday evening being the time of the most impact. This is according to the National Weather Service in San Diego. The threat has triggered California's first ever tropical storm warning, extending from the state's southern border to north of Los Angeles. The Southwest is forecast to see heavy rainfall throughout next week, with the most intense conditions on Sunday into Monday as Hilary approaches. Parts of Southern California and Nevada could see 3 to 6 inches of rain and as many as 10 inches in some places, the center said. Elsewhere, amounts may be just 1 to 3 inches. Hillary's core will pack a powerful punch. So they are warning California of strong winds and rain far in advance of its arrival. Preparations of the impact of flooding from the rain should be complete as soon as possible, as heavy rains will increase ahead of the center on Saturday, the Hurricane Center said. In anticipation of the storm, officials across the region have begun to prepare for perilous road conditions, downed power infrastructure, and dangerous flood conditions. Nevada, they're getting a similar warning from their governor, Lombardo, announced Friday 100 state national. They're calling the National Guard. That's what they're doing. They're calling in the National Guard. And they will be deployed in the southern part of Nevada, which may see significant flooding. President Joe Biden said on Friday news conference the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which we all know as FEMA, has they have positioned themselves with supplies to respond to Southern California and other parts of the region if needed. All right. So if Hillary makes landfall in California as a tropical storm, it could be the first such storm to do so in the state in nearly 84 years, according to data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Parts of Southern California face a high risk of excessive rainfall, also first level 4 of 4 threats to be issued for the area. This level of risk is exceptionally rare. From 2010 to 2020, high risk were issued in fewer than 4% of the days per year on average, but were responsible for 83% of all flood related damage, 39% of all flood related deaths. So, it looks like all of their emergency agencies in California are on alert, and they are warning people that this could be one of the most devastating storms that we've had hit California in more than a decade. Make no mistake, this is very, very dangerous and significant. The State Operations Center is activated 24/7 to coordinate response, operation, and take resource requests across the southern part of the state. Well, I hope if they're anticipating it's going to be this bad, I'm glad they're alerting people, but y'all need to get rescue crews together because you may have to go down streets and get to people's homes and apartment buildings to get them out. You know, Unfortunately, I'm not even seeing anything about rescues in this article at all. It's just a clear warning to the people, but if it's going to be that kind of flooding, y'all going to have to rescue people. Plain and simple, you're going to have to do it whether you like it or not. So they're saying they're keeping a close eye on our desert regions of East San Diego and Los Angeles. Some parts of these areas may receive double their yearly rain amount of water in just a single day. Certainly, we are doing, they're just saying they're going to watch carefully for flash floods, mudslides, and debris flows in the area. And looking at the burn scars of the fire that have happened in recent years. So, like I said, I really hope that everybody pulls through this, and I hope there is minimal damage, minimal loss of life in that area, because that's a long time. 1939, that was the last time you had something like this. Yeah. One thing I learned from when we were going through the pandemic, this country does a very poor job in preparing for disasters. They just do. They don't do well with disasters at all. It doesn't matter where it hits, they do very poorly with it. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family. And any of my subscribers that are in that part of California, please reach out and let us know how you are. Peace, family.